First off, Brooke, lay the scene for us. What do we know so far?
So we know that Broadcom has made a proposal to acquire Qualcomm for $70 a share. It's a mix in cash and stock. They're willing to allow Qualcomm's purchase of NXP. That's a $40 billion plus deal that Qualcomm is still trying to get shareholder sign-off for. Broadcom is willing to let that deal go through, which would obviously swell the size of this merger that they're proposing. Qualcomm has said they'll review it. Bloomberg News is reporting that they're inclined to reject it on the basis that it undervalues the company, which I think is, sort of a fair pushback to make, considering that Qualcomm was trading at $70 a share this time a year ago, and its shares have been significantly under pressure because of its nasty legal fight with Apple and these sort of antitrust investigations that are happening all over the world.
So, Christopher, there's two parts to this, right? One is the regulatory issue and one is the price. Which one is the biggest obstacle?
Well, I guess you need a price to consummate a deal in the end. We think probably $80 to $85 is more like it. But if that were accepted, there is significant antitrust issues here associated with this. It would create a handset semiconductor behemoth controlling a very large percent of the bill of materials that go into every single high-end handset and could create some problems from an antitrust perspective.
So, Christopher, on the price specifically, Brooks already said that maybe they're trying to get Qualcomm cheap because their stock price is down. Are they also trying to pay Broadcom with inflated stock of their own? I worked for a CEO once who used to say, if you really offer stock to buy something, it'd be because you think your stock is overvalued. Otherwise, you'd be paying in cash.
Yeah, it's only $10 of the $70 thus far in stock. I think they want them to have a little bit of skin in the game, a little bit of buy-in on the stock side, and then also, they're really going to have to take out a lot of debt here. And if you could have a portion of that in stock and decrease that leverage ratio, I think that's a key part of this transaction.
Chris, what does it mean for everyone else in the sector once this beast is consummated, if it is indeed a deal that goes through?
Yeah, it means a lot for the sector. In terms of the handset semiconductor market, this combined entity, particularly if you were to include NXP as well, we're probably talking about 65% of all of the bill of materials for semiconductors that go into handsets are going to be controlled by one company here. And the question is, do they bundle with pricing? Do they increase prices because of their almost monopolistic power? There are a lot of ifs from a regulatory standpoint here. There are a lot of ifs, just from a market dominance position. So there are a lot of, unanswered questions.